this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So if you saw my recent video, we made these like collage masterboards, but using our inked background pages, and we just used them with some die cut pieces for the sort of collage elements. And I left it with just the stitching left to do. So that was all I kind of had left to do, you know, off camera. So I've done the stitching now. Now I've just kind of like zigzagged a couple of stitches and straight stitched a couple of stitches just at random points. I didn't want it looking really uniform or anything like that. So I just kind of picked random points, obviously going across the die cut pieces, not just kind of random as in, you know, just here on the inked pieces. So I did try and actually stitch over the you know, the stuck on pieces when I did the stitching, but apart from that it's kind of completely random. So that's how that one looks, and this one looks like this. So I'm just going to cut the straggly ends off, and yeah, I mean, I think they look really lovely, I have to say. You know, really chuffed with how they look, and my gosh, were they good fun to make. So I said in the last video, I was a bit kind of then stuck with, what am I actually going to do with these? So we're going to come, you know, and make some bits with them now. Now, again, I'm kind of tempted to just make pockets from them. But, I mean, I did say recently, I think really I'm kind of short of journaling cards and things to put in the pockets more than I am of pockets themselves. So it would probably serve me best to make these into kind of tags or journaling cards of some sort. So let's go with the blue one first. Now I've got this internal envelope, which I've been using these recently to kind of back journaling cards. I bought these on Amazon recently, and yeah, really loving them. Actually, I'm just going to keep this piece and use a new one, just because I like to have the flat piece for, you know, should I want to use it at all, like in a folio or anything like that. So yeah, I've just cut the bottom piece off again off another one. So what I'm going to do is cut this down first and then back it. Now, need to work out which way round I want this. So I'm kind of thinking I could get like 2 tags and 2 like maybe postcardy kind of journal cards, something like that. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, and I did this recently and it worked quite well, just kind of covering up. So let me just get a plain sheet, and then you can kind of see roughly how they're going to look when you cut them down. So I'm kind of thinking like this, and if I just take another plain, you know, that would be then 1 journal card, and then, you know, 1 journal card there, and then these 2 would be that one and that one. So, you know, I think that works okay. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So let's cut this down here like that. Okay, and then this one just want to cut now. I just want to be a little bit of wear, so I probably will cut off this bottom section, because obviously journal cards, you know, to me they feel like they shouldn't be kind of square, you know, they should be slightly more rectangular. So yeah, I want to probably go in here like this, and then chop this one down a bit across here, and then maybe a bit across here as well. So just kind of made it slightly smaller so it looks more journal card, you know, shape and size really. So I just have to go in again, just because my shoddy cutting. So that's that, and then let's get rid of those bits. And this one, again, just want to kind of cut here really, and then I'm going to have to just do the same with this, as in take it down here on the side, because otherwise it looks a bit too short and stumpy to be a, you know, decent shape journal card. But yeah, I mean, you know, they're not the biggest, but that's because obviously these were done on you know, 8x8 size papers. So, you know, I mean, obviously depending on the papers that you've used, they're going to obviously cut better or worse, aren't they? So yeah, these were cut on, you know, quite smallish paper, so I'm kind of limited really with where I can go from that. So, but hey, you know, they're absolutely lovely. So let's just cut those down. or sorry, stick those down, not cut them down. We've already cut them down. So let's just stick those down like that. Okay. And then just, okay. So I want to have these two. Or I could probably do it like that, and then I can get sort of two on each thing. Okay, right, let's just go with that. And then I will probably stitch these around the edges too, just to keep them sort of stuck down nicely. But again, you know, completely up to you, and you know, you might not feel that that's necessary if you're doing something like this. You know, just go with the flow. And if yours are sticking down perfectly fine anyway, you might not really need to stick them down. So I just think that's quite nice as an extra precaution. But, you know, see how yours are going, whether they need it or not. So there we go. Okay. Right, there we go. And put that one down there. Right, again, just going to turn these over so that I can kind of glue spread on the other side. It's just easier from the reverse because obviously on the other side I've got all those bits stuck on there now. So if I go in too heavy with something like this, you know, I may just rip those pieces off. So yeah, because it only needs to catch under something and I'm going to rip it clean off. So yeah, it's better to do it from the other side really. Okay. And then these two. So exactly the same. Take my glue and stick it down. And then we'll cut the other piece. And again, just going to make journal cards, and then I'll probably take them across to the sewing machine. And then, you know, we'll just add very minimal things because, to be honest, these look gorgeous just exactly as they are. You know, they don't need very much. That's the beauty of this. You know, we've kind of done most of our decorating already. They look absolutely beautiful, don't they? So I really don't think we need too much left to go on there. Hey, you know, and that's unusual, isn't it, for me to think that it's got enough stuff going on. Because normally I'm very much kind of, oh, can't ever have enough. But yeah, I think these have got enough, to be honest, going on. Oops, I've stuck this on upside down. Yeah, what a wally. Oh well, never mind, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's just that these numbers now will be upside down on the backs. Oh well, never mind. Right, so yep, I'll just leave those to one side for a second and let's go in with the other one. So again, if I want to do the same sort of thing again, just again need to kind of judge where I'm going to get the best, you know, the best pattern really. So I think I might do my two stumpy ones like that, and yeah, so just again going to kind of go in here like that, and then across here like that, and then I'm just going to trim this one down here at the bottom. Oops, a bit more. And across here. And that's such a shame, isn't it? Because I'm going to lose my butterfly. Unless I go, let's do it beneath the butterfly, because yeah, I don't really want to lose the butterfly, to be honest. And then let's go here. You know, we could just make this a very small stumpy tag. I don't really make those small stumpy tags generally. I see other people make them quite often and think they look super cute. But yeah, for some reason I just haven't really made them myself. Oh my gosh, my cutting is atrocious again. But yeah, let's do that. So just do like a little stumpy one there. Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it? So I might make this into a tag as well, shall we? Let's do, oops, do a tag. So again, it's kind of stumpy-ish. It's not as stumpy as the other one, obviously, but stumpy-ish. Okay, right. So again, just going to glue that down onto some background. Oops, sorry, let me get rid of those remnants. Okay. Just bring in another one of those internal envelopes. Yeah, like I say, I mean, I ordered these on Amazon, really liking how they are. I love kind of using, you know, the natural envelope colour in projects. It's, yeah, one of my favourite colours kind of thing in journals, weirdly enough. I know lots of people kind of don't really like it, but yeah, for some reason I really do like it. And this is, you know, lighter than the normal envelope colour, if you see what I mean, but I still really like it. So, okay, we're going to glue those on like that. Look at the back of that. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Really nice. You know, I like the back almost as much as the front, ironically. Oh, my sister's just changed her car, and she had one of those convertible minis, and she's just changed it for a Nissan Duke. And yeah, she's obviously now trying to sell her Mini. So she's brought it round to my house today for my middle son to clean her car. So she brought it round yesterday and she left it here overnight for him to clean it. And he's out there cleaning it now. So, but she had to park it down the road because we didn't have enough room, obviously, to put it, you know, in the garden. So I just went and moved it, you know, along the road back into the drive and, or, you know, the garden. And yeah, just moved it. And the sun's shining today. I mean, it's not lovely. Well, it is lovely, actually. Yeah, it is lovely. But whether or not it's hood down weather, I don't know. But of course, I couldn't resist. I put the hood down. Oh my gosh, how much fun was that? I only obviously had to drive it down the road back into my house. But yeah, I couldn't resist kind of taking it for a little bit of a spin. So my son wondered where I'd obviously got to. You know, he was waiting for me to bring it along. He was like, oh, I wondered whether you couldn't get it started. Because it's got this weird thing where you have to, like, stick the key in and then press a button. So he'd already said to me, oh, I don't know whether you'll be able to start it. And I said, oh, of course I will, you know. Oh, I'm very capable. So obviously then he was thinking, oh, not quite so capable as you thought, because you obviously can't get it started. You know, you can't fathom out how to start it. No, I could. I just then was kind of looking around for the button to be able to put the hood down. And yeah, then had to quickly take it for a very quick spin down to the end of the road and back. Not far. Yeah, down the end of the road to a roundabout and just back. Just because I couldn't resist with that hood down, going for a little bit of a drive in it. Oh, aren't convertible cars like so fun? My daughter, she calls them summer cars. She, yeah, when she sees a convertible, she calls them summer cars. And to be fair, you know, I haven't really corrected her because it sounds so cute when she says, oh, summer car, you know. But I think, oh, that sounds cuter than the actual name, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'll let her keep on saying it. But I should really correct her eventually. But, yeah, anyway. So I might even volunteer to my sister that I will drive her car back to her. Admittedly, how will I get back to my house? So maybe I'm, yeah, maybe I haven't really thought that through yet. But it was very fun to drive anyway. Right, okay. So let's bring them back in, cut them down. Oops. Yeah, let's cut these down and then, oh gosh, I'm going to have all sorts of bits here now. And I know I say this all the time, but I just try and cut in like 1 millimetre just so as I kind of catch the glue. I know, boring, it's like a scratch record, but I say it every time because I just think, well, if anyone's, you know, new to my channel, so, you know, welcome if you are, you might not have heard me say that before. And I'm not saying it's a really useful tip, but I find it quite useful to do that because you just get that little fraction closer to your glue and not then have quite so much, you know, like I hate it when the corners are kind of lifting slightly. So, you know, it just enables you to get that much closer to the run of glue, because I mean, it's unlikely your glue's gone right to the edge of the piece. I mean, it might have done, especially if you were using a glue stick, I guess. I mean, I don't really use glue sticks, so, you know, my glue is kind of as close as I can get it, but it's obviously not going to be smack bang next to the edge. So, yeah, I really find it quite useful to be able to just go in, just literally, I mean, probably not even a millimetre, you know, but just that fraction like that, it just makes all the difference. I mean, we're going to be stitching around these anyway, so, you know, it's not the end of the world. But, yeah, I just think it's kind of good practice to do. You know, if, like me, you're not really that keen when the corners kind of start to lift a bit away from the back. Or, you know, if you're not using a glue stick. So, it's just, yeah. But like I say, I mean, I mention it every time just because I think, well, there might be people, you know, new people who've not watched before. And maybe they've not heard me say it. So, you know, and to be honest, that's the same with a lot of things that I'm always waffling on and repeating myself. You know, I repeat myself because, you know, it's not always the same people watching, obviously. And I just kind of think, well, if you haven't watched before, A, you might wonder why I do certain things. And B, you know, I'm not saying I have like the world's most useful tips or anything like that, but things that I have found over the years to be useful, I just try and share with you guys. So, yeah, that's kind of the only reason why I'm constantly repeating myself over the same old things all the time. Okay. There we go. That's my bit of excitement for the day anyway, was moving my sister's car. How sad. How sad am I? It was fun though. It was fun. Okay. There we go. Right, let's get rid of these bits, because of course there's loads of them now. Oops. Okay, and then the tag. Okay. Just across there. Okay, and just go down that side. Okay, and then across here. I mean, actually, I have got to go to the shop in a minute to, I go through loads of dates because, you know, I make this weird mixture stuff that I tend to have for lunch. It's just like a blended up mix of like banana and dates and stuff. And, yeah, I buy them from that shop, The Range. And so, yeah, I'm going to have to go there in a moment to get some more dates. And already I'm thinking, oh, perhaps I will go in my sister's car. I mean, you know, she won't mind. Just in case you're thinking, oh my gosh, how rude is she? Yeah, my sister won't mind. She will think that's funny that I've, you know, I've enjoyed using her car. Honestly, I've only used it to just bring it down the road. But yeah, I may have to go and pop out and buy my dates in it with the hood down, because that's just too much temptation to resist. Right, I'm going to take these across to the sewing machine, quickly stitch them, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back from the sewing machine, and what I've done, I've just dug out a few clusters that I thought maybe would work with some of these bits and pieces. So I've got this one here. It's just this label cluster, but I thought that looked quite nice on this one. So I think I'll go for that. Now, just want to see if we want to have a bit of lace on here as well, because you know me, I do love lace. So yeah, I quite like that. Now, it's a bit unfortunate that my, you know, doily has got very crumpled since I made this cluster. So yeah, please excuse the state of the doily. I mean, sometimes that does just happen, doesn't it? When they're kind of like, well, let's face it, when they're kind of squashed around on your desk. as this one has been. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So bit of a shame, but never mind. It does happen sometimes on my desk anyway. Definitely happens on my desk. Now, which lace do we think looks nicest? That's really nice and delicate. This one's kind of heavier. I think I prefer the delicate, actually. Kind of inked that up, I think, somewhere along the line. So I'll just ink the rest so it's a bit matching. Okay, so that looks nice, doesn't it? And then I have brought along also some butterflies and some bows. Now, again, I still haven't got them out, obviously. Oh, I'm not that efficient, I'm afraid. So yeah, but I am at least, you know, at least ahead of the curve because I've even brought them along. Normally I'm just hunting around for them completely. So I feel like we have progress, even though it may be very, very small compared to most people's idea of progress. It's a little bit of progress. Right, I'm just going to cut these down, just in case we want to have a butterfly as well. I mean, probably not, because, yeah, maybe that's a bit too much, but you never know. Kind of, you never know. Always best to have those bits there, isn't it? Just in case. Right, I think this might be going to be too, like, blendy, matchy, matchy, you know, a bit too much. So we'll just see. Because, you know, you want it to show up, don't you? If you make it too matchy, it's just not going to stand out at all. Oh, it does look okay, actually. Right, I'm just going to cut this butterfly, I think. Okay. Actually, do you know what? I've just realised I'm treating this a bit like a pocket, and really I should be treating it like a journal card. So yeah, I might scrap the lace, to be honest. Because, you know, when you're making journal cards, you want to kind of leave them sort of flattish, don't you? You don't want to kind of suddenly bulk them out, really. So yeah, I might get rid of the lace after all. Maybe we'll just have... Oh, now it looks really boring now I've taken the lace off. So perhaps we'll just have the lace as a... Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Shame I didn't really think of that first, and I would have stitched it on. I mean, I could go and stitch it now, but, you know, I don't want to keep stopping and starting the video every 2 seconds. So I'll just persevere now and we'll glue it on instead. That's fine. I quite like the butterfly because it kind of has that nice lifting effect. So yeah, let's put that down there. Okay, and then the lace. Just get that across here. I might just quickly ink this up slightly, just because obviously when I, you know, inked it, you know, made it originally, the background paper, I obviously missed a couple of sections, so I just didn't want it looking really white. I'll just ink it a little bit around the back as well. But I mean, effectively, you know, this is just going to be a journaling card, so. Okie dokie. I mean, we could just staple this, to be honest. Should we do that? I mean, I quite like staples. I know not everybody's a fan, but yeah, I quite like them, to be honest. I think they look pretty. And I'm just wondering whether we could have this little bit of curly ribbon going across there as well. Does that just look weird? Probably looks a bit weird, doesn't it? And that just blends in a bit too much, so that's a shame, isn't it? Got a darker brown. Not sure that's going to be much better, to be honest. Oh, I've got this little bit of lace. Let's just try this. What do we think to that? It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, quite like that. I mean, it is a bit of a lace, you know, lace overload, but hey, I do like lace. So, you know, For me, there's no such thing as a lace overload. It's all good. All good. Right, there we go. Love how that looks. So that's our first journaling card. Okay, let's move that to one side. Right, let's do this tag. So for this tag, I've kind of tentatively put this cluster on, which I know is kind of, you know, not really the right colours because it's got this bright flower, but weirdly I thought it just looked quite nice on there. You know, I think that contrast of that bright pink flower kind of looks quite good. What do you guys think? Yeah, I quite like it. So let me just see what bow I've got. That's going to be too huge for that, I think. So that was a bit more organised in that I've brought some along. I've still not been very successful because I've now just brought along massive bows and none of the smaller ones. So, okay. This is where, you know, if I were at school, the teacher would be writing, you know, must do better. Needs to do better on her organising. Oh, honestly, story of my life, that is. Story of my life. Organising, not a strong point of mine. Oh, that's not the right colour even, is it? What was I thinking? What's wrong with me? Why would I have thought that was going to be the right colour? Oh, honestly, what a body. I don't mind it, weirdly enough, although it is the wrong colour. You know, there's no getting away from that. I actually don't mind it. Right, so I'm looking for much pinker. Oh. Oh, this one probably was a good colour, but it's pretty tiny. Let's see, do I have any more of these? Of course I don't, because as we're always saying lately, you know, no matter what we've got, we've never got quite the thing that we need. You know, you could have hundreds of things. Well, I mean, we do as crafters have hundreds of things, don't we? And still not the right thing. I'm going to have to just go with that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with that one. I don't mind it. It looks okay. You know, sometimes it's nice to have something kind of a little bit out there, isn't it? Not quite perfect, just to mix it up a bit. Otherwise, it would be perhaps a bit too matchy-matchy and a bit boring. Yeah, maybe it would be. Let's just quickly get rid of that white. Okay. Pop that bird on there. Just ink that tail because that's going to kind of hang off of there. Which again, you know, I don't mind that. It's fine. And then we're going to just glue the whole thing down. Like that. Oh no! It's clouded right over. So much for my going out in the convertible in a minute with the hood down. I will get halfway there and it will be raining. Oh dear. I'll have to make a quick stop and be putting the hood back up. Oh dear. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to have that up there. So again, just kind of apply the glue on half of that bow because obviously only half is kind of being glued down like that. I mean, it's a little bit over that bird's face, but not too bad, so can kind of get away with it. Oh dear. Just pick that. Oh no, look what I've done. Torn that bow. What a wally. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's because I was rushing to go and beat the rain and go out in the convertible car. Oh, honestly. I'm sure I had another one the same size, didn't I? So let's have a look. Is that the same size? It's not quite the same size, but do you know what? I wonder if I could layer them up. Whether that would look weird. Let's try it. I mean, in fairness, it would make it stronger, wouldn't it, to have two? Let's pretend I've done it like on purpose and say, oh yeah, that would make it much stronger to have two bows layered. clearly I didn't do it on purpose, but okay. There we go. So we have the 2 bows now. Oh, it's quite nice with the 2, isn't it? Again, maybe a happy accident. So yeah, let's pretend it was a happy accident rather than just a rubbish mistake. Okay, that's that one. So that's two tags done. Just going to ink around the back actually, because I forgot to do that. Yeah, love those. Right, let's do this one. So yeah, I thought this cluster was quite nice on here. And actually we could probably have this bow somewhere on this one, because I think that's quite nice colour wise, isn't it? It's quite a good colour match. I did also have this one, which I'm just going to check. I wouldn't prefer that. No. Ooh. Oops, I've also got the shoe. No, right, okay. Oh gosh, where if it's the one I was going to use? Oh dear. Right, let's just pop some glue on here to glue everything down. Just because this was a cluster that I've just made, obviously with a staple, so I just felt like it needed a bit of a helping hand there to just get everything stuck together. Okay. Well, I can hear my son kind of coming back in. So either it started raining, he's having to come back in now, in which case we will not be going, or perhaps he's finished. Yeah, perhaps he's actually finished. Okay. Right, let's glue this down. Yeah, I like how that looks. And, oh dear, I've gone off a bit skewiff now with that. Oh dear. Right. Let's see what other butterflies we've got. We have got this one, which, I mean, there is like, you know, odd bits of this sort of colour in amongst these flowers. So I think we could probably get away with this, to be honest. Let's go for this. I actually have loved how these turned out so much. I actually can't wait to do some more. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do some more of these. I don't know, what should we call these, you know? Inked background masterboard collage. I don't know. I mean, it's not kind of like a close-knit collage, if you see what I mean. It's you know, the pieces are like spread out, aren't they? But I mean, nonetheless, it is a collage of sorts, isn't it? That's quite nice, isn't it? Yep. Let's do that. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's another one down. Down? Down, I don't know. What was I saying? That's another one done and dusted. Yeah, maybe I was meaning to say done. Right, there's that one. Okay, last one, because yeah, I'm going to go out and drive that car in a second. So before it does rain. Right, so we will just do this tiny little stumpy tag. Like I say, I don't know whether I've even ever made some of these stumpy tags before, to be honest. They're certainly not something I feel like I've made recently. I can't remember making any, but I might be completely wrong. So what should we put on here? It can't take much because, of course, it's going to cover everything up. So really, you know, it can just literally take, I don't know, maybe like a butterfly and a tab. And that's probably pretty much all it can manage. Let's do that. Okay, I don't know whether this butterfly is going to be quite the right colour, but got high hopes for it, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's quite nice, isn't it? We could have the butterfly as the tab, to be honest. We could. I mean, I quite like that. The only thing is, I do sort of feel like it wants something here. So let's just try. Again, just try a little bow. Okay. There we go. Just cut that down. Right, just quickly ink around there. Now, do we think that is better with the butterfly on the tab and then the bow as the tab, or do we think the other way around? I personally like it, I think, better with the butterfly on the tag and the bow as the tab. What do you guys reckon? Yeah, I prefer it like that. So hoping that you guys think that that's the right decision as well. Let's just pop this on. There we go. And then here. Like that. It's a bit skew-iff, and it's also a little bit over that man's face, but never mind. Right, must not tear that bow like I did just now. Otherwise I shall be trying to bodge that one up as well, and I might not be lucky enough to find a second one in that colour, as I still have yet to cut out any neutral bows. So yeah. Right, so these are the 4 that we have completed, which I just absolutely love. So yeah, really, really happy with those. And then we've got these 4 still left to go, but yeah, we'll come back and do those another day, or, you know, I'll do them in slow time. But yeah, I really hope that you like these. I mean, I can't tell you how much fun I've had using those gorgeous inked papers with the die cut shapes. It's, you know, really completely just different way of doing like a collage masterboard. And creating some decorative papers. So yeah, I hope that you like them, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.